Welcome everyone. Today's video finds us over here in Tarraco. That's the old name of this settlement here whenever the Romans settled it, probably in like the 3rd century BC. This is an ancient city for them. It was one of the first ones they established here on the Iberian Peninsula. But anyway, where we're at is we're right here in front of the Tarragona City Hall. And it's an old convent that was converted into the city hall in like the 17th century or so. And it's quite a beautiful building. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to walk through the area here, and we'll take a look at a little bit of the Roman ruins. There's quite a bit of stuff in this area. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There's even an aqueduct that's like 4.5 kilometers or so outside of town, which we're not going to look at. I would love to see it, but we're not going to be able to see it. We don't have enough time. So anyway, let's walk through here. We'll look at the cathedral, and we'll go down and we'll look at probably the coolest amphitheater you'll ever see. So anyway, let's enjoy it. This is the city hall, and it's in a really cool area. You have, like in Spain, you just have tons of these little plazas like this, and everybody comes down, they sit around, they eat, drink, hang out with their friends and family. The little restaurants are in the bottom of these like apartment buildings and stuff like that, and you can see the architecture, the multicolors, and the little balconies. It's just super, super fantastic. So let's walk up to the cathedral now, and then we'll look at the circus and the amphitheater. Yes, this is what you would expect here at this. The Spanish food is quite nice. A lot of bread, a lot of meat, like pork and fish and stuff like that. Yeah, you can just see what this area is like. These Spanish towns are fantastic. It's got so much old world charm. Check out the murals up there. And then right over here is part of the circus. So the city has been built up all around this. You can see a little bit of the arch. Now you can't go in there, they got it blocked off. And it looks like they have a place here for people to sit. Maybe they'll do some productions and stuff here during the evening at certain periods. Yeah, so these are the 2,000-year-old ruins right here. And you can see the modern day grade up there where they built those houses. So whenever they built stuff like this, they would go dig down and then find some ruins, and all the construction would stop. And you see the modern house built right here also. So up there on the hill, that is our destination. That is the cathedral. Yeah, very, very cool. All these little shops all along the way, and all the balconies and houses and stuff. So here we are at the cathedral. So this is fantastic. So this was a 3rd century BC military fortification. And it kind of came up to the height during the Flavian dynasty of the Roman era. And then in the 12th century, they started constructing it, they remodeled it and changed it up into a fantastic church. Oh, it's quite something else. So let's look at it from the front. You can see the round windows, all the figures around the door. It'll be the stained glass. And we've looked in 1 million churches here in Spain, so we're not going to go inside of this one. I just wanted to see the Roman things. You can see how it's built right into the old part of the town. And then when you're looking back that way, yeah, this town has a lot of charm. So let's look at how much it is, and then we'll walk down to our next site. Okay, so it's 11 euros per person to go in there and look, and that's kind of what you'll see, the cloister and the normal stuff, the wood carvings. All right, so let's go down through and we'll look at, eventually we'll end up at the amphitheater, and that's what I really want to see. You can see more of the souvenir stuff and the little patio restaurants. But the old world charm of this town is fantastic. Now there's lots of like little Roman pieces that have been incorporated into the modern structures. So this might have been like an arch that would have been here on one of the roads. It's all been kind of tore down, rebuilt, but the overall, like the way the Romans designed the city has held up. They incorporated the grid network for the roads. They terraced the hill, and they used kind of the natural landscape to build their city. And so all subsequent settlements here have kind of followed the same path or the same floor plan, but really a cool area. Yeah, really a lot of charm here. But yeah, this is up on a hill. All these kind of roads honeycomb this whole area. Would have been something to see. Now, this town was important for Caesar back whenever the civil war between him and Pompey. This city supported Caesar, so it provided food and all of that to his army. So without this, it would have been a tough go against Pompey's forces. You can see some of the old parts of the city over there at the bottom of that. But what a cool little area. And some more of the houses and stuff like that. All right, let's go up this way. This looks kind of cool. So in the 5th century, this was settled by the Iberians and the Carthaginians and the Greeks, and everybody came in here, and then the Romans came in, and it was eventually completely, the whole Iberian Peninsula was pacified or conquered by Augustus, I think in like 20 BC or 25 BC, somewhere in there. So this is 2,000 years plus of history here. So this is another little bit of the Circus Roma, or the Cirque Roma. This is 12th century ruins here. So they would have had their seating all up through here, and this would have been where the chariot races took place here. And you can see how it's just right in the middle of town. So what kind of treasures are underneath these houses here? It's hard to say. It would have been amazing to be able to see this back whenever this was in use. The Spanish peninsula here was like kind of in the core of the Roman Empire, was very, very valuable. It was rich in minerals. Also, olive oil was a huge thing for the Romans. You can see the arch. And it was relatively peaceful. There was a few uprisings, but as far as things go in the Roman Empire, it was quite peaceful. And actually, a couple emperors came over here, the Spanish emperors. The most important one was Trajan. And his hometown is Italia, which is west of here. So I think where we are here is part of the old wall and part of the forum. They have the old ruins, and then they have the new buildings over here. I think this is the museum. Let's stick our head down in here really quick, and we'll look at this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but behind the glass they have a little bit of the dig site. Yeah, the Romans built all this stuff, and here it is. It's still here after all these millennia. You can see where they have a little bit of the Roman columns here, some of the arches, and these look like restored columns here. And then part of the museum and stuff like that, you can go up around there. You see, that looks like the backside of a church, and more of the little patios and stuff like that. And this is kind of a cool little church also. You can see the bell up top there. This is the Placa del Rey. And this is what's left of the old Roman circus. So this is about the 1st century AD right here. So the horses with the chariots would have came right around here, and there would have been room for 4 horses abreast. Yeah, it's really cool. And then the seating up here. You can see they've come in and shored up those arches, but at one time that would have been seating over here for the people. And we see another little tower over there. And those arches are in pretty bad shape. But they did like a rubble with concrete, and then they put marble on the front. They used some bricks also. But the Roman concrete is very, very durable. It's held up after all these years. I mean, 2,000 years of getting weathered on, and it's still somewhat intact. And you can see how it's constructed. That's the stairs, and you can see the little rocks and everything that they have. Yeah, really fantastic. Yeah, if you're a history lover, then Spain is where to come. I've seen so much Roman stuff here, and I'm not even getting into, you know, the Moorish ruins, and then later on after the reconquest by the Spanish. There's so much to see here. Just amazing. So now let's go to the best part. I saved the best part for last. And this is the outside of the circus. So you had the tower there also. And you can see this is pretty rocky up here on this hill. So it would have been very, very difficult to terrace this off. But really an amazing area. And then that looks down into the historic area. Okay, so now we're gonna go over here and you'll be able to see this here. So right over here is the Mediterranean, and this is the most amazing view you'll have from over the ocean at a Roman ruin. And out there is the Mediterranean. Yeah. And we're gonna go right over there. You can see just a little bit of it up ahead there. Yeah, they have this nice little park. So this used to be terraced here, and they would have had olives and everything else growing up here on the tops of these terraces. And there would have been houses scattered out amongst here also. Now it's a modern day park, which is a nice little area. You can see a little bit of the columns over there. There would have been baths, there would have been the agora, everything else. So it would have been a modern Roman city. All right, so the best for last right here. This is the amphitheater. Now, how fantastic is this? It's built right here on the water. So they had the games, it had shows, the political rallies, all of that stuff, and you'd have been able to just look right out there at the ocean or the Mediterranean Sea. It's beautiful. You can see a little bit of the seating that's left, some of the stairs, some of the arches and all of that. Yeah, they have it closed off today. I don't know when this is open or what the story is, but just absolutely beautiful. And you can see a little bit more of the ruins and stuff out over there, and same as over there. But how cool would this have been to come in here? Yeah, lots of fun. Yeah, one last look here. It's a pretty good vantage of it. And then you can see a little bit of the beach and some ships out on the horizon. And then this looks up into the old town. Really, really nice. And the train station's right over there. You can see there's more old cathedrals and everything else up here on this hill. And the beaches. The water looks nice. It's a little muddy. The tide must be going out, but really pleasant. That'll finish up our video over here at Tarraco, or however you say it. This is a fantastic little town. Now, I just barely scratched the surface. There's a whole lot more to do and see than what I showed you, but I gave you a pretty good idea of what the old Roman part of the city looks like. There's more to see, so if you have your own transportation, you can get out, go see the aqueduct and all of that. That would be pretty cool. But I've really enjoyed walking around. We'll do a little bit more exploring here and kind of enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and then we'll make our way over to Barcelona. A lot of people come here by train from the city. It's an easy day trip, just a couple 100 kilometers to get over here. So you could come over here, spend the day, go back to Barcelona if that's what you wanted to do. It's definitely worth your time if you get a chance. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, definitely smash the like button. If you have been here, if you have any questions or comments, leave me a comment down below. I'd like to know your opinion of this city, if you enjoyed it or whatever. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and then you get to see some more of these videos like this. And until next time, from over here in the south of Spain, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.